Beep boop, Tommy. My name is Borat, Borat, robot Borat, and I'm from the future, and I'm here to, and I come from Neo Kazakhstan.
Okay, so this situation is seriously weird.
My robot wife. That's it.
That's
That's
such a great opening bit that I can't stop giggling.
that sounded sincere. We're ending the opening bit right now because of how fucking stupid I sound. I was good. God damn it! Oh my god! I should have done hologram wife. I'm so stupid,
You should have
dude.
done
I don't even
what?
know it. I don't know anything. I'm the biggest idiot in the world. Oh, shit, we did that too.
Um,
Maybe we could have made. What if Borat was in like a Blade Runner 2049 like situation? Have you ever seen that movie?
no, I have
Uh,
not seen that movie. I haven't
So
seen any
basically,
movie.
basically the plot is that like Ryan Gosling plays this robot who I should have forgot what the plot was. Oh yeah. There's like he has to find this like secret child or whatever who's like going to like do some weird crap, and he thinks he's actually the secret child, and so does the audience. But then it turns out that he's not, and it's actually a different person, and he has to run from the government, and he basically is a wife that's a hologram.
It was
And
your girlfriend that was the
no,
secret child because your girlfriend is secretly a child and you haven't told anyone.
no, that's not true. That is a complete
You're
lie.
right. It's not true. Ahmed doesn't have a girlfriend.
Okay. Now I'm just being insulted back and forth. But it'd be
Sorry, I
cool
didn't
if
mean to make you sad.
do you know that one scene where like he's looking at the robot or like the hologram girl, and he's like he has like a band-aid on his nose, and he's like looking real sad and everything. What if Borat was in there? Would that be funny?
That would be weird in that movie because
And
I
in
haven't
this
seen it,
one,
but I don't think Borat's in
my wife, the hologram. What do you think?
it. That's great. That's
My
that's
wife's a
excellent. We should have
hologram.
we should have just done a meme edit of that scene and
Oh
really
god
and
damn it.
play the
Yeah.
audio of it for the beginning of this episode. That would have been so funny.
And then maybe I think we should have edited that. I think we should have made a full movie where Borat replaces the Blade Runner 2049 guy. And this
Sorry,
is really spoiler, but at the beginning of the movie when he has to kill that farmer guy who's like a robot, he's like, "I have to kill you now. I'm sorry." And that's how Borat talks like basically. That was
no.
my impression. And I
I'm
think
sorry.
it'll
I'm so
be
sarcastic right now because I just had a half of a 5 hour energy that I got a few months ago because
I
I
think
didn't get much sleep.
I think you're instead of energy drinks, I think you should drink some orange juice or something nutritious like protein shakes, or maybe something like Happy Juice, which is my new product that's coming out in the market.
Our new
And
product, right?
it
So
was our new
there's
product, but I kicked you off the team because
you didn't tell me about this.
yeah, because you kept flirting with my secretary, which wouldn't be a huge deal if she wasn't 16.
You don't have a secretary and I came up with the idea for Happy Juice.
You're right. I
You
don't have a
said
secretary because I wouldn't hire a 16-year-old to be my secretary, but you did flirt with a 16-year-old who worked at the Walmart next door, and you were saying, "Hey, so have you ever been with a guy who's going to be part of a millionaire deal?" And she said yes, which is the worst part. So we can't have her be with you because we can't have you on the project because then she would fall in love with you, and that'd just be wrong and just frankly
so
be just
so
nasty.
nothing you just said was true and you just made it up, first of all. But
Made
second of
things
all,
up. I don't do that.
there is one thing you did make up, which is that you did kind of come up with the idea for Happy Juice. And I didn't. And that was because you came up to me one day and you said, Tommy, I just had a great idea. What if we marketed a product called Happy Juice, which we marketed it like that, but it actually makes everyone who drinks it really sad and depressed? And I said,
No.
that's a good idea, except I think it should actually make people happy.
No,
And
I don't.
so
I've
you
never
came up with
said
most
that.
of the idea.
No, actually, the idea comes from I was basically raised as the poorest guy in the whole world, but despite this, my neighbor, whose name was Mr. Neighbor, would I can think of anything,
Yeah.
would basically come to my house every day, and he'd say, "Let's see that smile," and then I'll give you my your smile juice, and my smile juice was fruit juice because it put a smile on my face. But then I thought, what if there was a juice that actually made people smile and made people happy, and it was called Happy
Yeah.
Juice?
And what if people thought it was like that, but it was actually an evil juice that would make them
No,
sad?
I would never sell an evil juice because I know what it's
Yeah.
like to be sad, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
And then I could start an evil corporation and make $1 billion.
Actually, I would wish being sad on my worst enemy because my worst enemy is probably a horrible person who has a lot of like basically like just problematic viewpoints, and he hurts a lot of people, and he probably makes life worse for a lot of people. So yeah, I'd wish probably worse
Uh,
on them than just being upset. So I would actually wish that on my worst enemy. But for the majority of people who are my friends, I would wish them to be happy. So
I
that's
think that actually you should get all the credit for making Happy Juice because I think it was actually entirely your idea. And just as your other beverage idea you told me about on the same day was all your idea, which was a love potion that only works on 4-year-olds.
no. That's strange. I actually, if anything, I actually recall coming up with a new baby formula that's supposed to make babies
Fall in
extreme.
love with you.
No, extreme. You're not letting me finish. Extremely powerful and have like basically insane strength and intelligence, so that like basically I'm
Yeah.
reshaping the
And
future of
and they're
mankind.
so intelligent that they can consent.
No, that's it's weird that you
That
keep
was your
thinking.
idea.
It's weird that you keep wondering if I'm gonna make something that lets babies consent. It's almost like you're kind of hoping for this, and
Well, I
I'm
think
afraid
I
not
think
sure why.
even if such a potion existed, it would be unacceptable. So
It would, of course, it'd be
yeah.
unacceptable because everyone knows
But
that
I
it's
mean, you wrote on the patent, this is a
no,
potion that
that's
will
no,
make
that
babies
wasn't
so intelligent that they could consent. And then I
no, that's
convinced you not to
not that
send it
they
to the patent
consent.
office.
Actually, that so okay, by that logic, you think like child prodigies who are like smart as an adult can consent because you're a fucking pedophile.
I don't think that.
That's weird
I
because you just
just told you
implied it.
explicitly, I don't
You
think that.
just
You're the one who
implied
thinks
that
that.
you just implied that
No,
there's a
I
correlation
was
between
literally
intelligence.
reading off of the failed patent,
No, you're
the
no,
failed
what
patent
you're
form,
saying
which you sent me to
no, you're
review.
saying is that if someone's intelligent enough, they can consent regardless of age, which I think is just not only wrong, but just frankly untrue. And the fact that you said that really makes me like
I think
suspicious
I
of you,
don't think that's
frankly.
true, but I do think that people who are really dumb can't consent. And that's why you can't consent
That's
with your dumb
that's
ass.
eugenic.
Boom.
That's
Ciao.
now that's
Yeah,
that might have been the most hurtful thing you said all night. You just called me a
I'm
pedophile like
sorry.
7 times.
That was too far.
I forgive
I
you.
shouldn't have said that to you.
I also have another idea for a drink. It's called workout fuel, and it's basically like a drink that has nutritious ingredients among fruits and vegetables, and it can basically make your workouts 100 times more powerful, and it's basically really effective. And it's shipping out tomorrow, and there's only one of it, so you guys are gonna have to fight for it.
Hmm. I have an idea for a drink. How about we market a new beverage product that's human blood, but instead of putting
What?
human blood in it, we put we put silver and garlic in it so that all the vampires hiding in our society will buy the drink thinking it's blood and then kill themselves.
Oh, I mean, they wouldn't kill themselves, but that is a good idea, and I think someone should
No,
do that.
I think it should be us
I think
because
maybe
we're starting our new beverage corporation called Happy Drink Incorporated.
we should also have something like that for zombies, where it's like, oh, here's some brains you can have, but actually it's a poison that only works on zombies and it kills all of them.
It's a picture of Imad's brain on the side of the bottle because his brain is so large. He just like goes to gets a CT scan to put
Yeah,
on the logo.
I don't even know what a CT scan is, but I'm pretty sure if I had one, it would come back positive because
Mm,
I have a lot of CT, which and CT means central intelligence.
mm. What's up with all these zombies nowadays? They don't even care about brains anymore. They'll just eat someone's whole body.
Hey, here's what I'm saying. Nowadays everyone's a freaking zombie because of the way they act on their phone.
The new Last of Us show. That's topical. That's going on right now. I I think that it's such an important show
Yeah,
because it
you think
really shows just how much worse our society would be if there were zombies who were eating people.
it's important because something you're a pedophile. Yeah. So you look pretty stupid right
No,
now.
I'm not.
You think it's important
No, I'm not.
because you think because you because you think being a pedophile is important and it's a good thing. Because you are
I think it is important, but it's important that in that all pedophiles should be put in jail.
yeah,
That's what's important.
yeah, you want all pedophiles to
Uh,
be in jail because you like going to jail because there you'll meet more pedophiles where you can discuss about your hobbies of being a pedophile.
it's funny that I can only record these in public.
it is really funny that like that one day someone's gonna walk into us like or like one day someone who has no idea like of our brand name or whatever is just gonna like listen to this and be like so confused because guess what? We're actually quirky as hell and we don't
Yeah.
even mind saying things that other people would find problematic, such as my viewpoints on how I actually like having friends and being nice to people, which is something controversial nowadays.
Yeah.
Is people prefer basically being rude and using ad hominems and and not even using manners or being polite because they actually like violence. It's your turn to talk. Fuck you.
Um, I just had half of a 5 hour energy for the first time ever, and I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling fantastic. This is a wonderful drink, and I think we should maybe steal the recipe of it to develop a new energy drink for the Happy Drink Beverages Incorporated
Hey,
Corporation.
I already need an energy drink when it's Monday, right? You
Yep,
know that feeling. You
I
know
know
that
the
feeling
feeling.
though. You know that feeling when it's Monday.
Well, I'm at I might said 2 hours before we started recording. Just give me a few minutes. I've got to eat. And then 2 hours later, he still hadn't joined.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me this before, but whenever I leave and I say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go eat," I'm like, I usually like disappear for like 2 hours because like that's because every time I say I'm gonna go eat, that's not when there's food. It's just when I'm hungry. So then I have to make all the food because I'm like basically an adult. I'm basically a big boy and I can take care of myself. And then I have other
Mm.
stuff to do, such as going to work for 20 minutes and then coming immediately back home. And that's the only time I ever go to work. And like my other hobbies, including like reading, and writing and reading the stuff I just wrote. So
It
that
takes
feels
Imad a long time to prepare the food because he gets constipated a lot. And
no,
so and
that
so it
doesn't make
takes him a
any
long
sense.
time to poop into the bowl he eats out of.
No, I'm pretty sure you do something like that because if I remember correctly, you changed your name and your name previously was
My fucking mic broke. Hold on.
shit. Okay, well, I guess my extremely funny bit's just gonna go to waste.
Yeah, I just missed everything you said for the past 20 seconds. Could you refresh me?
I guess my awesome bit was going to waste, but like I was saying, I actually remember, I distinctly remember you, changing your name to your current name. But it was actually Tom Pearl, if I remember correctly. And if I
Oh
remember
God.
correctly, that was also the name of someone who was arrested for being a pedophile. And there's now a video that you can
Yeah,
look
that's a
at on YouTube
coincidence.
of him
The
eating his own
video
shit.
the video is not of me.
That's
In
weird because it
fact,
actually looks identical to you. So unless you have an identical twin or doppelganger named Tom Pearl, I mean,
well,
there's
while we were
not
watching the video
uncanny.
of Tom Pearl, remember when you threw up?
No, I didn't throw up for any women or guys listening to this who would be attracted to me. I didn't throw up at all, and I actually said, "Oh, this is fine. I'm so manly and I'm so brave that I can handle this completely fine." But Tommy
Yeah, he
caught
was
me
he
like
was
a
like, I
little
love
girl.
this video.
No,
I'm
no,
at
no. I said that video was kind of gross, but I could handle it. And then I started flexing my muscles on camera,
he
and then
started
Tommy said,
breathing
"Wow,
really heavily during
no."
watching that
No,
video.
I didn't do that either. But I did start flexing my
Um,
muscles really hard, and Tommy was like, "Wow, your muscles are so strong." And then I showed him the check I recently got from my employer, who's also me, of $1 billion that I get every month. And then after that, I got a call from MIT, MIT asking if I wanted to be an honorary graduate. And of course I denied because the only university I'm going to graduate from is the one I founded with my own money. So
did you
uh,
explain who Tom Pearl was when my
oh
mic
yeah, shit,
was disconnected?
we didn't explain who Tom Pearl was.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's
So
like a
for all the
guy who
viewers
eating
at
his own
home,
poop in a video. That was it.
no. So well, yeah, that was basically it. But like Tom, it's the funniest story in the world. Tom Pearl was this guy who got arrested for being a pedophile like a while ago, and then after he gets out of jail, he decides, you know what's next on my bucket list? Eating my own shit. And then he uploads a video of him.
Normal world.
Yeah, normal world, am I right? He uploads a video of him basically talking about like, hey, my name is Tom Pearl. I'm really excited to eat my diarrhea for you all today. Uh, where he,
And then Imad insisted that we watch it because they were talking about Tom Pearl, and then he started gagging in the
no, I
middle.
wasn't gagging. I was fine.
He skipped to the middle and you watch 1 second of it, and he opened his mouth and you could see the diarrhea resting on his tongue, and
Okay,
Imad
well,
started
we don't
gagging.
need to go to detail for the listeners, but he also did. Let's go into detail. Actually, I hate the listeners. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
know,
Sorry, listeners.
he
But
like
he
poops into a
also
bowl
he poops
on
into a
camera,
bowl. Then he
which
just
proves it's diarrhea.
starts eating it with a spoon, and then
Great.
he's like, I need something to wash this down with. So obviously, the next thing he does is pee in a cup and then start drinking it.
Mm. When I was a kid, I didn't think drinking pee would be that bad.
It it does not seem like
Yeah.
the biggest deal. I think there's a I don't know what I'm saying. There obviously is. It's a big deal to drink your own pee because it's nasty as hell. But I think it's like I think there's a considerable gap between drinking your own pee and eating your own shit. You
Yeah, I
know?
feel like it doesn't even like smell that bad. And if you actually like drank it, I'm sure you would instantly spit it out and it would taste horrible.
It
But
probably
like
tastes like
it
fried.
doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look horrible. Like I've looked. No, no, no. It does look bad, and obviously I would never drink it. But I mean, it would be a lot preferable to eating your own shit, which a lot of people fail to recognize. I think we're one of the first people to talk about this.
I mean, like if you gave me like a cup of spit and a cup of pee and said I had to drink one and you
I
were had a
probably,
gun, then I would pick the pee.
yeah, I think I think we need to be nominated for some kind of award.
Or we just
What if
solved a great mystery of the world.
I think if you offered me both, I would politely decline and then ask for something. Uh,
This is the kind of transgressive, subversive stuff we talk about on the IMAD show.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but I'm pretty sure we're all of them.
Yeah. What's in the news? Let's do the
So, oh yeah,
news.
the Ohio stuff. Yeah, Ohio's crazy. I'll let
Yep.
you guys. Ohio is seriously weird.
Yep.
And get this. Giga Chad lives there, and guess who else lives there?
Who lives there?
NPCs and also Andrew Tate, who has Riz.
Yeah.
And
Andrew Tate lives in Ohio? I thought he was in Romania.
dude, can you shut the fuck up? Are you being serious right now? Do you actually not know about
I
that?
just don't. I'm trying to fact checking it because I don't want people to fact check us because we're doing the
Dude,
news.
yeah, we're not. Oh shit, yeah, we are doing the news. Yeah, technically
Yeah.
Andrew Tate got arrested in Romania, but spiritually he lives in freaking Ohio
We've
because
talked
that's
about
weird.
nothing of substance whatsoever on this show. It's
Well,
pretty amazing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We
I
talked
think if
about the Velma
someone,
show, which we haven't seen and we've only seen people talking about on Twitter. We talked about the Chinese surveillance balloon, which we saw people talking about on Twitter, which
yeah,
that got shot down, right? I don't even know if it got shot
unfortunately,
down.
I think it is kind of funny how like I don't think I've listened to a single one of our episodes in full. I think if there is a guy out there who does that, message me and I'm gonna give you maybe a sum of money or something. I don't have any money, so maybe we can like maybe I could just give you a
Uh,
high five or something, or send you
well,
one of those
and
gifts that's like
when
the
IMAD
highest
does
emoji.
something that gets him on the news once and for all, then a lot of people will listen
No,
back to the
no, that
episodes to try
sounds
to figure
bad.
out how
That
he
sounds
got to that
bad out of
point.
context, and that was
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, and
That's
you'll get on the news for being the biggest philanthropist in the world. You'll make $1 billion through being a
as
genius
better.
crypto
Wait,
entrepreneur,
no.
and then you'll donate it all to a children's hospital.
Okay, that's good. But you would probably know a lot about philanthropy because you have a friend named Phil Thuram, whose last name is Thurampo, and he's the biggest pedophile in the world, and that's why you're friends with him. Yes.
No, that's not why I'm friends with him. I'm trying to save him. I'm trying to convince him to seek help.
Yeah, you would try to save pedophiles. Or wait, no, shit, that's not even all.
Yeah, I would. I would
Uh,
because you would try to help them, as in
yeah, I would try to
help
help
them
them.
find children.
No, that's not at all something I would do. You would try to get them, you would try to help them like get away with it.
If a child knocked on your door because they were lost, you would give them the address of the other guy.
No, I fucking would not. No, that's not true.
This
That's
guy, this guy
I don't even
knows
know any
where
pedophiles.
your house is. This is not your house, but unless they're a young enough kid that they would believe it's their house.
It is kind of funny that you can.
Yeah.
That was almost a weird transition. Yeah. It is kind of funny that you can basically make a 4-year-old wear anything on their shirt because they're too dumb to read.
I was thinking, it's like we've talked about Elon Musk so many times on the show. I didn't even know he was still in charge of Twitter. I thought he
Oh
like
yeah,
made a Twitter poll and stepped down because he wanted to step down.
it is so funny that he like immediately after doing that, he's like, or no, sorry, that not that poll. There was another poll I was thinking of where he was like, "Do you want the views on like the right side of the screen or the left side?" And everyone voted right, and he's like, "Haha, Twitter voted for the right." Yeah. Mm.
It's
And he
great.
made he made like Waluigi noises but with his mouth, like nah, like that, like some kind of evil villain. It was so funny.
Uh,
It's so awesome to see like the biggest guy and like the no, sorry, the biggest guy in the world. Sorry, it's so awesome to see like the richest guy in the world just being like the biggest dork ever. Like just the most
yeah.
This just the most insufferable, like average guy. Like the guy like at work you wouldn't really talk to that much. He's like you kind of avoid him because he's like a little weird or whatever.
Yeah, this is a kind of really brilliant political commentary I think people tune into the show for. Elon Musk is like that one coworker who doesn't really talk much but is annoying AF.
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Um,
He's like that one guy who's really he's a complete billionaire who's anti-leftist and a chud.
and get this, I actually like leftists,
Yeah.
which is a
And
controversial. Oh
we
yeah,
hate
because you
him.
are one. I forgot.
Yeah, we're leftists. This is a leftist
No,
show.
no, we were just kidding. We're actually starts. What is it? Start? What is it?
Yeah.
Staunch
Yeah,
social?
we're kidding. I'm at is like very far right.
No,
He's
no,
kind of being
no,
ironic
that's
about
not
it.
true. I'm actually centrist, and I like to like
That's
the
what he
left wing.
claims
No, that's not true.
because
The
he
left
doesn't want
wing,
people to, go after him. But
that's
it's
not true
between
either. But
us.
the left wing and the right wing are two parts of the same bird, and I see the whole damn bird.
Yeah, and it's since we have such different political perspectives, it's actually kind of heartwarming we were able to become best friends.
Yeah, exactly. I believe in things like peace, love, and equality,
Uh,
and Tommy believes in things like some I don't know. He had some weird perspective about the age of consent that I'm not going to go into. It was frankly really wrong and upsetting, but I'm glad we can see past our differences.
it's
Tom,
a
would you like to elaborate on your position of the age of consent with your pedophile ass?
My position on the age of consent is that it should be 25.
Yeah, 25 minus 15, so it would be 10, which is what you told me.
Yeah, and you think it should be 25 months.
No, 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 I don't think that actually. And I think you actually I was gonna mention this by the way. Do you think there should be do you think the age of consent should be raised based on like the sex? Like obviously like if it's like if you're just having like normal ass sex, like it's gonna be 18, obviously. But if it's something like super experimental where you're like bending like and your like ass is like in front of your mouth and like you guys are like just fucking more like mushed together like a Cronenberg movie, I think it should be like 25.
I'm just gonna let you keep talking about on this subject about how the
I
age
think
of consent should be changed for certain sex acts.
I think I'm gonna edit this part out. And in case Tommy's editing this episode, I'd just like to say that
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna
edit it.
he's gonna edit it to
I'm
make
editing all of them
bad
from now on.
intentionally. Okay, no, I'm editing this one. Fuck you.
I'm not gonna email it to you. I've got the file.
Oh shit. No, no. Hey, okay. How about this? How about this? If you don't let me edit this one, I'm going back to the other one that I haven't exported yet, and I'm adding a disclaimer at the beginning that says, shortly after this, Tommy was taken into jail for every single crime imaginable.
I think that the age of consent should be raised to 200 so that no one will have sex.
I think, yeah, you would hate it. You would love it if you would love it because then everyone would be a pedophile just like you are. So no one can call you a pedophile anymore.
That's not why. That's not
No,
why I want it to be raised to
and you would have
200.
tricked me because that's why I think
Uh,
it is. It
yeah,
probably
you
isn't
would
that
want it
hard.
to be raised to 200. 200 minutes.
No, yeah, you'd want it to be raised to 200 seconds or sorry, 200
Fuck,
nanoseconds, which is
fuck,
the
fuck.
smallest amount of time.
No, no,
Yep, you look stupid as hell right now.
no.
By the way, it can't be that hard to fly a plane. It doesn't look that hard. It's just one button to make it go up, right? And then you just kind of just steer in the air, and there's like a lot of space in the air, so it's not like you're gonna hit anybody, right?
I'm gonna look at the trending tab on
Okay, I
Twitter.
guess I'll just go fuck myself. I guess I'll just send myself to super hell, where I'll be tortured indefinitely for eternity, by demons who are evil and work for Satan. I guess that's what you want from me.
gaming trending. Freddy Fazbear.
No way.
Okay, what did he do this time? Did he
What
kill
if,
another kid?
get this, what if he's real? That would be terrifying, right?
That would be really scary.
I think they should have every single video talking about Five Nights at Freddy should end like, but don't worry, you guys, it's just a video game, or is it? And then they show a photo of like Freddy Fazbear that's real.
And I think everyone's gonna flame me for this one because I'm pretty sure I got it wrong that Freddy Fazbear killed a kid. I think it was one of the other ones.
I don't know anything about that. I think I'm
We,
gonna
we
find
were
out.
we were watching the Matt Pat game theory episodes about Five Nights at Freddy's
Those
recently.
are awesome. I love the
They're
one that's
great.
like 3 hours long. That's so fucking good, dude.
It's really amazing.
It's kind of awesome how much dedication. I think this dude has like a degree or something in science, right? I'm not like an expert on him, but that's
Yeah,
what
it's
I
like
heard. You're an expert on him because your middle school girlfriend keeps telling you about him.
that's not true.
And that's only the fifth time I've called you a pedophile this episode, so I might have to pick it up a little.
It's been more than five.
Yeah, you've been keeping count.
And no, I haven't been keeping count. It's definitely been more than five.
I have not been keeping
Uh,
count. I'm pretty sure. I think we need to add. I think we need to have at least 20 per episode, or else the fans are gonna get disappointed, and they're gonna come in
and if you
DM.
call me a pedophile one more time, I'm gonna release that 20-minute vet you did in last episode about Chinese people that we had to cut out.
That's not a fucking. Oh no! Oh yeah, yeah. Do that because that's actually not a real thing because it never happened.
Now, actually, now that I think about it, even if you call me a pedophile again, I'm never gonna release that clip because I don't want you to get into any trouble. And because
Or
you're my friend.
or because it doesn't exist, but there was a 20-minute video
It does
clip,
exist.
clip of
Might have
you
saved right on
talking
my
about Chinese.
computer.
Yeah, there's it does exist because it's you doing it. I'm saying, hey, dude, don't you think it's kind of wrong to say these things about Chinese people? Like it's just racist behavior. I think you need to cut it out. And
Yeah,
you're like,
it was that episode where we were doing impressions of each other, and then we were so good that it sounded exactly like I'm you and you're me.
no, that actually is not the case. I'm
Uh,
pretty sure the impression episode was a different one where I said where I was basically being the most evil person of all time because I was pretending to be you, and then you donated to charity live on the episode because you're pretending to be me. And then
let's do impressions.
yeah, let's do impressions actually.
Yeah, I think that we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on the impressions that we do.
And we've gotten a lot of feedback in general. Let me just
Yeah,
say thank you guys for the support. I'm just
yeah.
kidding. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, here's
That
Beavis and
was Imad's
Butthead.
impression of a mean person.
Yeah, I actually like you guys.
He doesn't
Uh,
hate the fans. Neither of us
Here's my
do.
impression of Beavis and Butthead meeting Donald Trump. Hey Beavis, T Butthead, it's Donald Trump the president. What's going on, Beavis and Butthead? My name is Donald Trump, and I have a small loan of $1 million. And then this is Butthead. Oh, hey Beavis, this guy has a lot of money. Maybe he could let us do something silly. That's funny, Butthead. That guy's the president. And Beavis and Butthead, I just have to say, I love your work, and my hands are very normal. And get this, I love your work because I'm so freaking dumb that I actually think you guys are the good guys, even though you're not supposed to idolize Beavis and Butthead, y'all. Hey, hey, Beavis, let's do something silly in the White House, like play a game or get into a situation that's confusing. And okay, Butthead, you are my friend Butthead, and we are going to do that together. Beavis and Butthead, I just want to say, if you guys ever need a small loan of $1 million, I have that. Or if you guys want to freaking build a wall, I have that too. And then this is what is probably what Beavis would say. And that's funny, Mr. President. Do you want to Mr. President, do you have any nachos? And then Butthead would be like, "Oh yeah, I love nachos. My name is Butthead." Thank you for that, by the way. That's all right. It's your turn.
Here's my impression of if Garfield was a chud.
No.
Instead of saying I hate Mondays, he says I hate dumb gays. Okay, here's my impression of a Cookie Monster. I love cookies. Rawr!
How long did the Garfield one take you to come up with? Did you just did you just think of it now?
Yeah, I just thought of it just now.
That's so fucking good. Or maybe get this. I I love I love homophobic lasagna. That would be Chud Garfield.
Yeah.
What other cartoon characters can we do? I'm
How about
thinking
how about a liberal Garfield instead of lasagna? I love lasagna. It says I love large girls because I'm fat positive.
it would be so
I'm on one today.
it's so funny to it would be so funny if there's like a fat positive guy who's like, yeah, I fucking love bitches who are all right, I shouldn't call him that. I'm sorry when I love girls who are just the biggest fat pieces of shit ever. They're like and I call them lard butt too, but it's because I'm fat positive. And I actually think those are all good things.
I'm not going to talk for the next 2 minutes, and I'm just going to look at my phone because out of solidarity for the women who are offended by Iman's comments,
We're gonna edit this clip out and I'm gonna make an AI voice
I'm
and
not
talk
going to edit it out.
say the last clip and everyone will think I'm a hero and they think you're gonna be the bad guy. And I think here's Rick and Morty. This is Rick from Rick and Morty. Hey Morty. Hey Morty, do you wanna maybe get me a beer so that then we can go on an adventure inside of space? Hey Morty, do you wanna see my portals? Morty, do you want to see my portals so we can go on an adventure? And then this is Morty. Oh, geez, Rick. Geez, Rick, I'm only 14 years old, man. And oh, geez, Rick. And one time we went on the last time we went on an adventure, I actually didn't like it that much. And then this is Rick. Morty, I'm gonna say something rude and disrespectful to you if you don't snap out of it. And then there's another character on the show who's called Jerry, and he's actually Morty's dad, and he's like, so Morty, do you want to do a science experiment with me? Because he's actually a little bit of a scientist too, which is this new fan theory that I came up with just now. And
I think we should send this clip in to Adult Swim to so they'll hire you as the next voice.
yeah, Justin Roiland was taking a child swim because he's a fucking pedophile.
Like
Because he's a
here's my
pedophile.
impression of someone who's been in a coma for the past like, few months. Wait, Justin Roiland isn't the voice of Rick and Morty anymore? I liked that guy. What happened to him?
This is my impression of another guy who's been in a coma for 8 years. Is Obama still president? Wait, no, shit. I think I did the math wrong. No, wait, yeah, yeah, no,
2022,
20, okay, so
2021,
2023
No,
right
fuck,
now.
I counted that twice. 2023,
23. Okay, okay, so 3 minus 2023 is 2020. So that's 3 years gone. And then another 5 years because it's 8 plus 3. So then there would be 2015. And yes, I was right.
2007.
What?
It's 2007.
Two,
Obama was in office in 2007, so it does make sense.
no, wait, what? No, wait, wasn't it 2009? Because like I know it's like because 2008 is the election year, right? And then they actually get into
Oh
office.
yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, well,
Boy,
fucking,
I feel stupid now.
yeah, you should feel stupid. Nah, I'm just playing.
Well, you shouldn't say that about
It's
me.
it's kind of I think we should have an election every single day and have a new president every single day. That's my idea. What do you think
If
about
I was a avid leftist, I would write in some weird cartoon character for the president every day then.
Yeah, hey, get this. Get this. I just voted for Mao Zedong, even though he's not even running. And I also voted for Homer Simpson because the Simpsons are actually leftist as hell. And Bart and
Oh.
Lisa are actually I basically think that they're secretly leftist, and I think if Bart was real life, he would probably listen to things like Chapo Trap House and Red Scare, which are leftist things. And I
Here's my
think
impression of someone who's never heard of The Simpsons. What are all those screenshots I keep seeing on Twitter from? And why are they yellow? People aren't yellow.
we're editing that last part out. Um,
What? What?
we're editing that last sentence out. That's not gonna look good.
What?
Oh shit. Fuck, no, I don't look good. We're editing the whole thing. We're
Sorry, I forgot
editing
what I said.
we're deleting the whole episode. You said that people aren't yellow, and I don't know.
Do you think
And
that there are people who are yellow?
yeah, yes, there actually are. There actually are. There's a thing you can have when you're a baby. It's called jaundice or something that makes your skin yellow. So yes, this has nothing to do with race. I'm actually fine. I'm actually not problematic at all.
I might heard me say people aren't yellow, and he said that's offensive because Asian people are yellow. That was he actually thought
No,
that.
I was talking about
He
people
went
with
through that thought
jaundice.
process
I
of his head.
Why would I even think that Asian people are have yellow skin? That's just not only wrong, but that's also highly inaccurate. I've seen um oh, maybe 1,000 Asian people in my life, and I don't think I've ever said I don't think I think I don't think I don't think any of them have ever had skin that you would describe as yellow. And I think it's just offensive that you think that when I was
This
clearly
is what
talking
living in
about
the Midwest does to someone.
living in the Midwest is basically like living in like Norway or something. Because there's like
I bet IMAD's white ass hasn't even had boba before.
I actually have had boba. I had the shittiest flavor and I threw it out.
What was the flavor?
I don't remember. I remember one of my friends had like drank part of my cup and he was like, "This flavor fucking sucks," and he just threw it out for me.
For it.
It was so awesome.
I've had it a couple times and I don't like it very much.
I don't like it a lot. If I wanted to, if I wanted to put balls in my mouth, I would do something nasty. Am I right, you guys?
What kind of balls?
Baseballs.
Can you get some clarification on that?
Baseballs because I sneak into my high school when no one's looking and I eat all the baseballs. Just
Uh,
because one of the
okay.
guys on the baseball team bullied me in middle school, so I do it to piss him off. And
Thank you. That makes sense now because I was
yeah.
confused about why you put baseballs in your mouth, so I wanted
And then
clarification on that.
after I swallow them whole, I usually crap them out and then sell them for a profit because
That's yucky.
no, because it's like a fecal transplant and a baseball at the same time. So two uses. Dumbass. You're kind of inhibited by your what's the word for like by your closed mindedness. Yeah, how about
I'm so intelligent and it's kind of like a disability because everyone's so stupid they don't even understand what I'm talking about.
yeah. And honestly, some days it feels like everyone else is in the matrix when I'm actually a base Giga Chad, who's also trying to destroy all the
Yeah,
NPCs.
and yeah, I'm depressed. Who wouldn't be depressed if you're
Yeah,
smart in this weird world?
yeah, I'm a gifted kid burnout. I would rather make my car do a burnout because I'm driving it at 1,000,000 miles per hour and I'm going to space because I think that's possible with a car.
Yeah, and you call yourself an intellectual.
Yeah, intellectual. I would rather
I'd rather
intellectual.
pat a jewel and then
Actual.
take a big hit from it.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I would rather be bisexual, which means you like both Shrek movies, which is a new joke I found on Reddit.
That's funny, dude. Just take
Thank you.
that.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna tweet that for the third time already.
Yeah. And I think you should tweet it on your private alt account because you're nervous that people won't like it if you post it to your main.
And I only post stuff on my private account when I think that um will be basically because I have a lot of awesome hypees that follow me, and thank you to those people. I'm mutuals with like a gimmick account that has like 100,000 followers. It's
Oh,
fucking crazy. I'm basically a celebrity.
how many people do they follow though?
I don't know. Not that many. I think it's less than I do.
Probably 5,000.
No.
But you guys,
Well, I mean, still, that's still a decent ratio.
it's
And hey,
very
get this. My memeing ass is always thinking about ratios because I do it to other people in the comment sections. And I get more updates than them.
my intellectual ass is always thinking about ratios in the math sense of the word.
Oh. Oh yeah, because ratios it's kind of funny that like memes can be math.
I think that math humor is really underrated nowadays, and that
Here's an,
people care more about fart jokes and
yeah.
other kinds of very base and crude styles of humor.
Here's another science meme for all you scientists out there who like it. Mitochondria powerhouse of the cell. That's something I learned in school, which is actually really funny that we know that. Am I right? Instead of freaking taxes.
I think that City of Freaks guy should just start posting science memes.
I think that guy's awesome. It is so funny when like the Dark Brandon thing was getting really popular, and like I just saw him like talking about how much it sucked because they were like he was essentially like the modern day version of the Frankenstein book where like
Wait, he said that Dark Brandon like sucked?
no, he's the one who came up with it. He just thought it was like he thought it sucked how they were like ruining it and shit because it was getting like huge mainstream appeal.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were saying like he thought it sucked and that it's not funny because it's not funny.
It was funny. Well, I was one of the first like 1,000
It
people
was
to
not funny.
it was like the OK Boomer thing that like it's hard to remember that there was a time when it was actually like funny to say like before like the late
I
1980s
cannot remember a single time.
I can't remember it either, but I remember that there was a time at one point where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is kind of funny and pretty niche, and no one knows about it. It's kind
It's like
of like
it's
our own
like
secret thing.
there's this like type of joke that people really like where it's just like a reference to something in the news, essentially.
I have no idea what you're
Like,
talking about. You sound insane right now. Actually, elaborate though. I don't know what you're talking about. My favorite memes are call me old fashioned, but my favorite memes are classic stuff like Bad like Brian, Nine Cats, um, SpongeBob, stuff like that. Stuff like that. That's like really funny. It's like effort. But nowadays, memes feel so bland. Like I don't even understand this Uganda knuckle stuff.
Doge memes, they used to be dead memes, but now since it's been so long since
It's
Doge
low
was
key been
funny, it's
brought
it's
back.
kind of funny to do Doge, ironically.
It is, and I think what a lot of people forget to mention is memes. Some memes that like don't take a lot of effort, um like that like that one girl that was like, oh my god, that meme actually sucked and it had no thought or inspiration behind it. But stuff like Bad Luck Brian, the guy who's basically a fucked up person, that little penguin thing, that stuff is really funny.
The little penguin?
The penguin thing from the like the advised animals subreddit, which is it's crazy that
I thought you
this
were talking about Pingu.
no, not Pengu, you fucking idiot. Did I say Pengu?
You didn't, you said penguin, but Pingu is a
Yeah.
penguin.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I was talking about all the fucking billion other penguins that are on this earth, dumbass.
I'm sorry. I've had a really tough day.
I forgive you. Wait, are humans the most are humans the biggest like population in the whole world?
I mean, population of like animals?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
No, wait, what is the biggest?
Like
Because I
they're
don't
they're like
is it
trillions of like bugs.
no, yeah, but they're different species. Like out of like all the species, I think humans might be like the biggest one,
And there
right?
are like trillions of different types of bacteria for
I
sure.
know that I'm not including bacteria, you silly, but like,
Okay.
I'm talking about like
But I mean like
multi-cellular
even like one
organisms.
species of fly. It's got to be a very
It's not
large
more than like 8
population.
billion, dude. There's not 8 billion of one
Yeah, you're
species.
definitely
No,
wrong about this.
no, I
There's
know
no
I'm
way
wrong,
that
but
that
I can't think
humans are
of
the most
anything else.
populous animal in the world.
Are squirrels like one species, or there's like, or shit? What even makes a fucking species? We need to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the show. He needs to explain all this science shit to me. I don't understand it at all.
I'll have a rap battle with him about if the Earth is flat.
It is awesome that if you're just dumb enough, someone will spend their entire career like dedicated to trying to prove to you how dumb you are.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson, you're dumb as a bison. You should kill yourself by taking some ricin.
I think I might come up with something that's so like stupid and outlandish that like not like the earth is flat or something like that birds are unreal. That's a kek one.
Lol.
Yeah. Maybe something stupid like cars have brains and they're hidden in the engines or
You
something.
shouldn't
And then
come up
like
with something stupid. You should aim to come up with something really smart. You should expect better of yourself.
no, let me finish because it is actually really smart, but it appears to be stupid. Like I'll think so yeah, cars actually have brains, and I actually think that. And there's gonna be like 100 million guys who are like, actually, here's why you're wrong. And not only why you are wrong, but also why cars can't even think, much less have brains.
Yeah.
And like there will be a guy like explaining every single component of
And
the
everyone
car
will
and how none
point
of
and
them are
laugh at
brain.
that guy.
Yeah, because
Call them
because
Reddit, and
he'll
they'll tell you what a cool meme you made. That guy was
yeah,
dumb.
that guy was a fucking idiot. He doesn't understand my dank
Yeah.
ass meme. I fucking I love dank memes. I'm not even gonna cap with you, dude. I
I think
love
that memes are kind of like the new version of movies, but for
yeah.
this newer generation.
And TikTok is also that. And get this, Tommy. I think you're Illuminati confirmed. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah. Yeah. I actually just said that. And get this. So yeah, so there's 3 letters in the word Tommy, and there's 3 letters in the name. So yeah, you're basically Illuminati confirmed, which is
Yep.
and you're going in
And that has an extra ironic dimension to it because my name is not 3 letters.
here's a meme you just reminded me of. My name is Jeff. My name Jeff. You know that?
When I was a kid, I thought that the name Bob was really funny because it sounded random.
It's funny that every kid had that experience, or like saying hi was like the funniest thing in the world, or naming something like the like that was like if you named like a file like the.jpg in your like third grade class, you're the funniest guy in the world, and then the teacher gave you a medal, and you went home to your parents who hugged you for maybe 1,000 times, and then let you stay up all night eating ice cream.
I came up with exactly one joke when I was a kid, and I remember it perfectly.
Oh yeah, wait, let me hear it.
Okay, so I'm at Do you know the band One Direction
Yeah,
that makes gay songs for girls that girls
yeah,
listen to?
yeah. You know a lot about that.
Yeah, no, I don't. I wouldn't know
Okay,
anything
sorry.
about
Okay,
that.
continue the bit.
Um, do you know why they're called One Direction?
Why?
Because when they walk into a room, everyone who's in the room walks in one direction away from them.
And get this, you so ugly. Your mama made One Direction walk the other direction.
No, that's not true about my mom.
No, no, dude, are you serious? Do you not know about the Yo Mama channel? What are you some kind of fucking idiot?
Yeah, you're saying that to me.
Give me
You're
one
doing a
second.
yo mama joke to me. Just because it's a yo mama joke doesn't mean you're not saying it to me about my mom.
No, dude, you don't even know about the YouTube channel. Anyway, have you seen that awesome guy on TikTok who's like, who went into a children's hospital? He was like criticizing like how the food was like really unhealthy or whatever. It was like chicken nuggets or something. I think it is really funny to have like a guy like a really buff like gym guy is trying to sell you supplements. Like go up to a child who's dying of cancer and like telling her parents that they're bad because they gave her ice cream. And ice cream is actually serious and unhealthy. And the only way to fight cancer is to eat this
Clip
one.
that clip Ahmed saying that ice cream is unhealthy and bad to eat.
No, I think there's only one way to stop cancer, and that's because of this. It's this one fruit
Oh.
in that's only grown in one country that you've never heard of before.
And it's called an apple, and Ahmed wants you to give it to him for him to eat because he's a teacher.
I look so stupid right now.
Yeah.
I look so I look so embarrassed. I don't think I'm gonna
Here's my
come.
here's my impression of Ahmed. Eating candy and chocolate is actually seriously bad for your teeth, and you shouldn't do it.
You probably like flossing and telling the teacher when something bad happens, but I'm kind of a rebellious kid and I basically stay
What's
for extra.
flossing?
Oh yeah, yeah. Flossing is a dance move actually, but you think it's the thing you do that the dentist tells you to do, and you're like,
I
okay,
knew
I'm
it was a
going to do
dance
that.
move. I'm cool. I knew it was a dance move on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually
I'm
pretty
in the know
old
about that
school,
kind of stuff.
buddy. The current funny dance on TikTok is a gritty. If you've ever heard of that, yeah, it's basically awesome. But anyway, I'm kind of a rebellious kid. I'm 13 years old, and I've already seen two rated R movies. I one time I stayed for extra time after recess so I could play for longer. So you basically look like an idiot to me.
Drinking
Talk.
more 5 hour energy.
Oh. um, and get this. I forgot what I was gonna say. So hold on. Clear my damn sinuses. I'd
What
rather
did
I'd rather
did
meet a guy named
did you
Linus.
hear that?
What?
There was just this very loud sound in the recording. I think the mic is broken.
I didn't hear anything. So
Uh,
it's fine. And if any of the viewers heard something, then they're probably making stuff up, and we shouldn't trust them.
my experiences. A while back, a friend lived with us. She was blonde, about 6 foot tall, and a little overweight, but no to gigantic proportions. Since
Dang.
she lived with us, I was able to hear her rip many a fart. Unfortunately, I was rarely close enough to smell them and never got one to the face, though she threatened a few times. However, the ones she did let out tended to be very loud and juicy. The first time I'd heard her fart was after she had eaten a bowl of ice cream. I recognized the lactose as a good source of fart fuel, so I stuck around. I was pretending to play a video game of the time as to not be suspicious. As she walked over to the couch, I was in a chair on the other side of the room. Pop! A loud, liquidy pop fart burst from her ass. She put her hands to her butt and said, "Excuse me," acting genuinely surprised that she had farted. She sat on the couch and was watching a movie. Suddenly, she let out a squeaky toot of a fart. I saw her lifting her leg to let out a nice brap, and another hard fat that lasted a god 2.5 seconds. To end the night, she cut a very short two-part toot. The lucky couch cushion was going to be even more lucky tomorrow. The next day, she was playing a video game while sitting on the couch. About 10 minutes in, I heard brumps as she cut a huge 5 second wet ripper into that lucky couch. She giggled and continued to play. A few days later, I was helping her to assemble something. I forget what it was. After reading her instructions aloud, I said, "Step 9, fart," to see if I could get her to do it. Indeed, she did. She let out a she let out a long, very high-pitched, squeaky fart into the wooden chair she was sitting in. I was hoping for a loud rip to reverberate on the hard chair, but it was at least a fart. We went into her room, which was small due to the amount of stuff in it. Suddenly, a very eggy smell hit, and I knew she had farted. Did you fart? I asked, playing at disgust. That stinks, I said, trying to get her to fart more to gross me out. Sure enough, as she walked from one side of the room to the other, she paused, shifted her weight, and firmed. She let out two quick, slippery toots. What was that? I asked. Floorboard, she said, as the eggy smell increased. A few minutes later, she stood facing away from me. She bent over slightly, pushed hard, and blurb, cut a nice bubbler filled with sulfur stink. So what did
Anyway,
you think?
I think it was kind of a heartwarming story. I'm glad to see people bonding like that, and I think young love is a beautiful thing. And I think it would be awesome to date someone with a fat.
Okay, there's
We messed it up.
I can't hear you because your audio is so loud for some reason.
Sorry, turn me down a little.
It's some glitch, I think.
This episode's going really good, Blair. We're fucking killing it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, it would probably be awesome to date someone with like a fart fetish, because like then you wouldn't have to be like self-conscious about like farting in front of them. And actually they would kind of like it, which is
What if you had a girlfriend who would take your face and fart in it every day?
no, like oh shit, yeah. I think if it was like a subtle thing,
Wouldn't that be
like where
awesome?
I don't think about it that much. I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool, so I don't have to be insecure about it. But I don't think it would. I think it would suck if someone farted on my face, because I'm pretty sure you can get like
If
pink
it
eye.
made her happy, I'm all for it.
I'm willing to do a lot for love, but that's not one of those things. I'm kind of
Yeah,
romantic.
because those farts are so stinky and smelly. I couldn't bear it. I would
I
pass out from the stink.
think I think we're gonna go with the fact that the show's called the iMed Show and just have me on this podcast. I'm kicking you.
Here's a Quora question I found. Do Sanskari Indian girls from good families fart?
I don't think so.
Has your sister ever farted in your face?
One time.
Yes, quite a bit actually. The first time was when I was 14. She had just gotten up from the couch to get a drink, so I laid my head down where she was previously sitting. When she got back, she threatened to sit on my face if I didn't move. I saw this as a golden opportunity, so I refused. She took my glasses off, placed them on the table, and sat right on my face. She sat for almost an hour before finally releasing a hot fart on my face and rolling on the ground from laughter. My most recent and probably favorite experience was a few days ago. I am now 17 and she's 19. During her winter break from college, which is actually still going on, she is staying home. She had been smoking a little bit, which might have had an influence on her, but we were just playing Truth or Dare because she was bored. I love playing Truth or Dare with my sister.
Yeah, it Loki gets heated.
A few rounds in, she dares me to smell her fart. After feigning hesitation, I accept. She stands up and tells me to kneel behind her. I obey her and stare at her glorious ass and her leggings for a couple of seconds when my face is shoved into it. Within seconds of my face being forced into her ass crack, she releases a big fart that shoots up my nose. I could barely contain my pleasure.
It's so awesome that all the people with like the most fucked up fetishes in the world are like the best writers ever.
You know,
I think
it's
that's something about like art in
and
general.
I'm not trying to sound racist, but it's mostly Indian guys, I think. My teacher straight up asked me to worship her feet. I did, and now I regret it. What do I do?
I don't regret it.
Rahul. Hi, my
What?
name is Rahul. I start my story from the very beginning. So I was in 10th standard and I have a crush on my English teacher's feet. Her name is Shivani Mom. I always tried to look at her feet, which is obviously very pretty and soft. I tried hard to touch, kiss, and lick her feet, but was not able to do so because I am student and she was strict. But one day, I don't know how, I come over me and asked that she saw me many times trying to touch her feet. She forced me to agree to it, but I didn't agree. And then she told me that she would said all this to my parents if I didn't agree to my mistake. After some time, I failed to lie and I said all truth to her and apologizing to her and told him that I will never do that again. She laughed and told me that, look at your face, lol. I felt very nervous at that time, but suddenly she ordered me to worship her soft, beautiful feet, which I did and enjoyed a lot. But now I feel regret to it because when I was doing her feet worship, she shooted a MMs of me. Today she is blackmailing me to give her money, otherwise she will reveal it to my parents and friends. I feel so much regret to what I had done.
That is so fun. Hold on, there's a lot I have to talk about for this.
No, that's
First,
not, that's heartbreaking. This is what the Me Too movement has done.
yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's messed up that
Yeah.
basically that
Yeah,
yeah, this is
I think Rose
essentially
McGowan tried to cancel this guy if that video came out, even though he was clearly a victim in the situation.
it's really funny that he was like, yeah, I was trying to basically kiss and worship my like teacher's feet in the middle of class, which is fucking hilarious because how do
It's
you
great.
do that?
Uh,
And I
it's
love
just
that
normal in India, I think.
I love that like
Like all the core questions I've seen.
I love that this guy who's getting like like the teacher's threatening to blackmail him as if she isn't like sexually abusing one of her students. Like it's funny that they like to think that like his parents would get more mad at him for being like being like a really big feet guy instead of like the teacher for like sexually abusing one of her students. That's fucking awesome.
Do you know about the
Fucking-
phone Romeos?
The what?
The phone Romeos in India?
I don't think so. I'm not
There
familiar with.
in India, there's this big problem where like a million guys will look through their phone book and call every number with a female name attached to try to make them their girlfriend.
It's not a thing. It's not a
Here's a
thing.
paragraph from a New York Times article about it.
You're fucking bullshitting me. That's actually genius. I'm like, no.
The phone Romeo, as he is known here, calls numbers at random until he hears a woman's voice in the hope of striking up a romantic attachment. Among them are overeager suitors. Can I recharge your mobile? Tremulous supplicants. I am talking to you, madam, but my body is shaking. And the occasional heavy breather. I want to do the illegal things with you.
That's so fucking funny. I love that he's either implying that like sex is like completely legal, like going on dates is completely legal, or he's just like the biggest pedophile in the world, like trying to hope that a kid answers the phone or something.
I think it's just guys who want like a girlfriend mostly, but
What could you
it is very funny how like in recent years the stereotypical Indian message is just good morning.
it is like a real thing in India where like fa you know how like Facebook owns WhatsApp and everything? Like apparently like their servers were getting like super clogged up because like every single morning like a billion Indian people would text people like the good morning gif on WhatsApp. It's so
Were they
much more
texting
better.
everyone like the people they knew or just random people? That's the part
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. I think it might have been it's probably a little bit of both, but it's
Mm.
so funny that like that this specific GIF has handedly clogged up Facebook servers, which is like $1 trillion company. Yeah.
It's funnier on these core questions, seeing people like answer very sincerely to the questions. Like this one, do Indian girls fart in front of their husbands or boyfriends? Anonymous says, how could people don't be obvious on it? Everyone farts, so Indian women are. We could control yourself in public, but our husband are not any minister. Why should we don't fart at front of them? We do, and we try to do loudly. Farting is very common and funny thing in family.
That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. It would be awesome if like every single fetish guy did that. Like it's like are there do fat women like get inflated like a really big balloon in front of their husbands and boyfriends and then like on Cure or something? Like they just pose like their biggest fetish in the world as like a question, like wondering if it actually happened.
Uh,
This is so fucking awesome.
it's very interesting to do that on Quora.
Just just fucking just maybe the dumbest place you could share your fetish. But it's like maybe Microsoft TeamSpeak or something would be a little bit worse, but it's just so like what could you possibly be getting out of this?
Will an Indian wife allow her husband to touch her feet if he has a foot fetish? Sandesh Kumar says, of course, yes. In fact, I am totally addicted to feet fetish since my childhood, and my wife knows it too. So she always allows me to do anything with her feet. I lick her feet, I bite her feet, I suck her toes, and finally I get nice foot job from her. She had not aware of feet fetish at first, but when I told her about my fetish, she has totally supported me with her feet. I receive foot job from her in every alternative days, as it's my all-time favorite sex.
I really think it should be universal that like every single fetish guy like does that part too. Like where it's like, yeah, my girlfriend did not know about my fat fetish before we got married, but now she lets me put this like big tube in her mouth that like blows straight like air into her to expand her really big, like the guy from Willy Wonka. And we do this basically every other day because of how much I like it, and she's really supportive with me, so you don't have to worry about any of that. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Lots of
Um,
Indian girls have chubby bellies. Why?
these guys are fucking unbelievable.
But before we sign off today, I'm going to read one last core question and answer. The question is, how come my girlfriend asked me to watch her poop? And Robert Strickland says, how come you bothered to ask this question online? As much as I'd like to think I'm psychic, I really have no way to know what she was thinking when she asked you this question. But you can find out. I know what you're wondering. How? Why, the answer is very simple, my friend. Ask her.
Did you say wash her poop or watch her poop?
All right, bye.
Bye.